What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to Casa Chaps, where we talk all things home, to interior design, and everything in between. In today's episode, we're going to be timeless tips for a bedroom refresh without renovating. Now, most people complain about their bedrooms being flat, being unattractive or not appealing, somehow being mismatched and not comfortable, the lighting not being productive, no personality, and just feeling flat in general. And the thing is, for a space that you use daily and for quite an extended amount of time, you do want to ensure that you've put a thought into how it looks and how it's organized. And let's remember that this is a place where a lot of people wind down and eventually relax so that they can get ready for bed. So for it to incorporate that and to deliver on what's required of it, it also has to look the part. Now, I know the economy is tight, and this is why this is a renovation less upgrades. These are things that you can easily achieve without spending too much money. And most people are going to eventually do a renovation anyways, so you don't also want to waste money in doing things that you're going to reorder again when you finally do that renovation. So firstly, you need to identify what's not working. Things like nightstands. Are they comfortable? Do you even have them? Are they matching? Do they create the right aesthetic? Are the walls feeling too plain, too boring? Does the room have personality? Are the colors appealing to you? Is it making sense? Are there things that you have to improve or things that you have to remove? Is the circulation in the room working or not? Now, let's start. One of the most important things is the nightstand, because this is where you put a lot of things. Your phone sleeps there overnight to charge. If you have a smartwatch or a smart ring, this is also where it goes. If you have to drink medication in the morning, probably this is where it will be. At the end of the night, people like to remove earrings, jewelry, necklaces. So you also need a catch-all over there. So the nightstand is quite a heavy-duty piece of furniture. It might also contain some pajamas and so on. So it does have to deliver. The first tip I would say is to make sure that the height of the nightstand and the height of the mattress matches. Having the nightstand slightly lower than the bed might make it uncomfortable to use it, because imagine having to reach down to get a glass of water or a bottle of water. This might be uncomfortable and you might end up tippling it over. But the best situation is to have them at the very least the same height or just slightly lower if you insist. Now that's done and dusted, the nightstands do have to match, right? Yes, you can create an asymmetric look, but matching them also makes sense, especially if you're with a partner. I mean, it's absolutely fine to have it asymmetric, but it also has to show that it's well thought out. Next comes the idea of wall sconces. If you're a reader or if you don't like reading, we all need light, right? So having wall sconces is very helpful. And it doesn't have to be a wall sconce. It can also be a lamp. It can also be sitting on the nightstand itself. It can also be a ceiling sconce, meaning hanging right down. But we did talk about this is cost effective. So things that change the wiring of the electricity in the room is perhaps not the best thing to do for now. We can stick to lamps, or we can also use wall sconces as long as perhaps they're not hardwired. And a good thing about this is it starts to layer that lighting. Remember, we have the overhead lighting, but then we can add in this wall sconce. It provides task lighting when you're reading perhaps, but also makes the room more romantic at night. You don't have to use that blaring light on the ceiling, but you can switch that one off and still see using the wall sconces. Now let's talk about the layout of the nightstand. The best approach here would be to keep it as simple as possible, functional, but also stylish. So a way to do this is you could use a trinket if you want to remove your jewelry. And then you can add a small little plant. I mean, who doesn't like something green? And plants always add that level of elevation and sophisticatedness that is quite hidden, just like quite luxury. You could add a picture frame with a sentimental memory of someone that you love. And you can also add that lampstand that we spoke about. And you can add a layer of books if you're reading. But please mind, I'm not saying add all of these things at once. I'm giving you ideas. So you can always play with these things at the most convenient way that you want. But like I mentioned, one example is to put your lampstand, right? And then next to it, you can put a small trinket that catches all of your jewelry. And then next to it, you can put a couple of books that you read to add that height. And perhaps if you want to go a step further, you could add a picture frame on top of that, of one of those sentimental memories that we spoke about. An important thing to have in a bedroom that is not only functional but also decorative are baskets. So you can have baskets in areas in the bedroom that make sense for you. You can have a basket that stores all the dirty laundry, or one that stores all the old cables, or one that hides something that you want to hide. So it really works beautifully. And you can also keep one on the corner that can just have a throat that's flowing out of it to really show that, I'm just casually decorating that corner. Now, for those walls that are looking awkward and bare and boring, this is where obviously artwork comes in. And remember, this is a bedroom, right? So we want to keep things not too dramatic, unless that's your style, of course. But you can do this simply by framing some few sentimental artwork and then layering it in a vertical space to again bring the eye upward. And then below that, you could easily put a chair that grounds that space, and then voila, your space looks elevated. Another cute idea would then to add a light sconce all the way up there, just to now tie things together. And remember, these don't have to be hardwired. They can easily be installed and be battery operated. Layering textures, shapes, colors is also one tip that designers clutch onto. So even if you have a wall-to-wall carpet, that doesn't mean that you can't add a rug. You can still add a rug, and that will instantly elevate the room. And you can always get a rug that varies with your budget. But one thing you need to make sure of is that the rug is not small. It does have to have breathing room, and ideally it needs to be about 1/3 bigger than your bed so that it goes really all the way out. But if you don't have that amount of budget, you can also use rugs. Small rugs that are beside one side of the bed, but those also have to be quite long in order to be able to achieve the same effect.